Hi everybody. One of the things I really like to have my members do is to be down on the floor for a couple of reasons. One, if we get down on the floor, we have to get back up off the floor. And the more we do that, the more we'll be able to do that. And I find that senior people later on in life really struggle with being down on the floor and getting back up. So let's make sure that we're always able to do it, because you want to be able to get down on the floor to play with pets or grandkids or whatever it is. Of course, if we fall, we want to be able to get back up on our own. So the best way to make sure we can always do that is to actually practice it getting down on the floor. Now, there's another reason though that we might benefit from being on the floor, especially doing exercises, and it's the idea of rolling around on the floor or moving around on the floor. You actually have to really use your core muscles a lot in order to do that. So I will say to people, let's get down on the floor and roll around a little bit. And I don't necessarily mean that literally, but if you get down on the floor and you move from position to position, you're going to use a lot of your core and keep your body strong. So I've got a couple of exercises here to show you, and then we can demonstrate this idea of moving around on the floor between the two exercises. I've got a resistance band here, and I'm just gonna lay it down on the floor and try to get it laid out to the best that I can. And then I'm gonna come down onto the band with my shoulder blades. Whoops, I messed up the band. There we go. So I'm gonna just bring my shoulder blades right down onto the band and then grab the band and bring it to the insides of my arms with my knees bent and feet on the ground. Then I'm gonna reach down the band pretty low so I've got more resistance. And then I'm all set here just to do a simple chest press. I could kind of wiggle the shoulder blades into the ground, and then I'm ready to press up and press down. So pretty simple movement here, but a great way to strengthen arms, chest, and shoulders. And of course, if you don't have enough resistance, then you can do like 20 of these and you will definitely feel like you're strengthening your upper body. And then once you've done a bunch of these, you can just leave the band right where it is, and you're just gonna roll around, push yourself up. You've got to use arm strength, core strength, get up onto your hands and knees. We're gonna come right into a forearm plank. So the elbows are down on the ground. I'm gonna step one foot back and then the other foot back. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Now, if you do this and immediately realize it's too challenging for you, just bring the knees right down to the floor, and this is still plenty challenging. So you might hold this for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever you're able to do. Then roll yourself over, and I'm using a lot of strength in order to do this, and get right back down onto the band and get your band in position, holding on to each side just like you did the first time. Get the band in place, and you're ready to go right back to your presses, doing as many as you need. It might be up to 25, and then roll the other way this time, pushing yourself up. Again, it takes a nice little bit of strength to get yourself up off the floor, onto the elbows, one foot back, the second foot back. You're in forearm plank, either knees up or knees down. Either way works. You can hold this for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, and then release and push yourself back up. So it is a very, very functional type of exercise, getting down on the floor, getting back up off the floor, and then doing exercises on the floor and rolling yourself around from position to position. You will find your core strength, your arm strength is challenged. We want to make sure we're always able to do these things, because this is a great indicator of our overall functional strength.